Hey everyone, welcome back to Talk and Tap Tapinar. I'm Sandy Evenson, your host, here with uh, I always want to say that she's my cohort in spirit and in everything that we do. This is the wonderful Kandiee Campbell, who comes to us from Hawaii as a grief therapist and transformational life coach. So that's where we have our bond because we've worked in that field together. And so we are committed to bringing you this Tapinar as at least once a week. And I'm hopping on her beautiful show called The Awaken Hope Show twice a month, just to bring you, I shouldn't say just, but we are bringing you a sharing of EFT, the emotional freedom technique, also called tapping. And each week we talk about it. We might bring up a particular subject right away and dive into tapping to give you examples. And of course, you can tap along. So, Kandiee, what's going on with you this week?
Oh, I think it's just the influx of clients, or not influx, wrong word, wrong word. The change in clients and really desiring to get more sponsorship for the radio show.
Mm-hmm.
That is been weighing a little heavily on me.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I know you can't you can't achieve things by worrying about it. I mean, I've been doing tapping and, every day and it does help, but I think I just need someone else to see that blind spot of
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the tapping. But it's a delicate balance between doing something and not doing something, because I know that sometimes, not that we're just supposed to sit idly by and not do stuff, but we can only do so much. We can't force things to come from universe or from, whatever we're seeking. We can actually sabotage that by
Mm-hmm.
doing it. So, and one of the things that does help is if I tap, I stop thinking about it. I can focus on other things, and my energy isn't going into um, what I'm requiring or what's missing.
Right. This is the kind of stuff that we all deal with all the time.
Mhm.
Really, as you said, that balance too. I was thinking about that today because I keep being in this mode of I think I could just be retired and do domestic stuff and and it's like no, I really need to get this out to people and to share self-empowerment with others, and particularly women, and that is a mission. And so how do I get that balance too, and particularly worrying about where the funds come from to keep things going and keep it floating, right? Yeah. So when you think about it, Kandiee, and you're in your head, waking up right away early in the morning, um, with some of this worry, and wondering where the blind spot is, what's the feeling that you're having?
I think the feeling is it won't happen. I won't be able to achieve my goals,
Hmm.
and things will start falling through the cracks.
Yeah. So what if I can't do it?
Hmm.
Get like self-doubt then?
Uh, yeah, a little bit of self doubt, a little bit of just overall questioning. Um, am I meant to do this? Questioning my abilities, questioning the direction I'm going. But I mean, in my head, I question it. In my heart, it feels right. This feels right, and everything
Yeah.
is what I'm
It's like what
supposed
I
to
was
do.
just saying, right? Is this that thing, you
Hmm.
know? Am I meant to do this? Okay. So what is that underlying kind of emotion that you're feeling there? Can
A
you
little bit of
label that
fear, a lot of fear.
fear? Yeah, big fear. Yeah, so everyone, everything boils down to fear eventually.
Mhm.
Um, which is why tapping works so well, because even if you don't know, you haven't identified the fear, you identify the other things, and as you tap, that starts to come through. The fear of not being good enough, or the fear of what if it falls apart, etc. Right? Um, so as you consider the fear, and you do a scan of your body from the top of your head to your toes, where does that fear land in your body? Where are you sensing it?
Oh, and there's 2 places, my
Hmm.
solar plexus and my head. You know, the fear is very prevalent in my head, my crown.
So it's like the top of your head is actually has a
A little, yeah,
patient.
there's swirling fear, but the biggest lump, I would say, or biggest challenge with this is in my solar
Solar
plexus.
plexus, yeah.
I I mean, I've noticed it coming out in my upper body, in like my trapezius muscles and stuff. I've been super tight and
Yeah, tight. Okay.
mhm,
Um, okay, so we're just feeling into that body now, and this makes a lot of sense because the solar plexus is that third chakra, just at the bottom of the rib cage down to the navel. And that is the light of 10,000 suns is there, but it
mhm,
tends to get shut down with the inner critic and guilt and worry and all that sort of stuff. And so feeling it there makes a lot of sense, because this is where we take action. That's what it's all about. And trying to take action, or make sure we take the right action, or heck with it, maybe not, right? So,
mhm.
yes, that makes so much sense. So let's feel into that. And so everyone, please follow along, bring to mind something that's going on for you that you're concerned about, and then feel into your body, see where that is, and you will be working with that part of your body as we tap along. So when we do this, you can always substitute your words and your feelings and sensations as we do this. So we're giving you a great example, and you can take away from that um, whatever you wish. And the big part that I learned early on is that you can tap on somebody else's issue and it helps you. And it's just kind of bizarre, even when you're saying exactly the same words that we're going to say, and you might have something else going on. It helps you. It is that powerful. So just know that you can just follow along, and then maybe later, if you want to replay this, download this, keep it, then you can customize it even more for yourself. So again, let's just look at this sensation in your body, right there in the solar plexus, that's bouncing up to your head as well, tightening your uh, trapezius muscles, and probably that whole upper area around voicing this in the fifth chakra, right? That neck and that shoulder position there. So it's
Mhm.
all tightening up. Constriction in your body is a good sign that there's something going on and we need to address it. So feel that. What is the number from 0 to 10, with 10 being over the top, really feeling that fear, really feeling that tenseness in your body? Of course, 0 is nothing, you're calm. Where are you?
I'm somewhere between a 7 and an 8.
Yeah, so that's up there,
Mhm.
7 and 8. And when you started early this morning, it might have been even higher because you've been trying to work with it. So let's think about that, how we tend to walk around with a lot of stress all the time. We are not in the way that stress is supposed to work for us, like when there's really something coming at us, there's danger that is something we need to fight or get away from or hide from. This is an ongoing constant. level of stress that we tend to be carrying around. So we can ramp up to that 7 and 8 and higher pretty quickly. So I want you to think about this part, Candy, because I'm thinking that this would be a good time to talk about the shadow and how, the shadow has many different names. It began with, first of all, the ego. I think that was Freud, and then as Jung came along, he talked about the shadow, but it is the lower self. We talk about ourself,
Mhm.
have the higher self, and the lower self. So the lower self is where all of our angst and our worries sit, because it's the part that has experienced the most and really wants to protect us from ever getting hurt again. This is where fear sits. And it is also the inner child, who is the one who's really afraid. And so I want to just take a look at what that fear looks like for you right now. You can close your eyes if you wish, and everyone watching, listening can do the same. You're entering into that part of your body. And for Candy right now, it's the solar plexus. If this part of you could speak, what would it say?
This part of me is trying to protect me because I've recently started, I want to say recently, but I really started showing growth in areas of my business and what I'm choosing to do. And but there's also a big element of uncertainty and unknown.
Hmm.
And so that part of me is super afraid.
Yeah.
The
So,
fear is
yeah. So
wanting
sorry.
to protect me.
Yeah. So let's take a look at that in the words of that fear. So first of all, it's literally saying, I need to protect you. This growth is scary. It's so uncertain and unknown. I am afraid. I am afraid for you. I'm afraid you're going to get hurt. Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So I want you to really dial in a little more and look at this part of you and see if you can see or sense what this might be. Can you give me a description of shape, color, texture? Actually, is it a person, an archetypal figure, an animal? What's coming through there?
Just a very ruddy, bumpy, not, something that's very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Color wise, it's kind of dark.
Yeah, dark, not. Is there anybody holding it or tightening it? Any
It's just,
entity?
I think my 3-year-old version of self, it's very much younger,
Okay, yeah,
is
okay.
eating this because I see her. She's running around, but she's not. It's not running around because she's playing. She's running around because she's trying to solve things. When you've got to come up with solutions, you feel like you have to come up with solutions. You start moving really fast, and so she's moving really fast, but she's not moving in a particular direction. She's just moving fast to.
Yeah, running in circles, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and you see that the shadow of fear is in her.
Yeah, she keeps trying to take over, But I mean, as far as the driver's seat, she keeps trying to jump in that seat because
Mm-hmm.
although it's not her place to jump, it's not her
Yeah,
place to
yeah,
to
yeah.
be.
That's great because sometimes when we see uh fear, not everybody's visual, we sense it, we just know it. It can be uh another person or some character that we've known. And when it comes through as that little one, we know we've actually hit the heart of the fear because she experienced it first. And so I want to have you talk to her and have you see if we can shift her a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to start with you. The first things that you were talking about, I was just writing notes, and we'll tap through all of that and we'll shift towards the 3-year-old. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So take a breath. And so everyone, sometimes I call out the points for everyone, but if you're watching, you can see what we're doing. But you can also uh, download the freebies that we have with the charts and the spots. But basically, I start at the eyebrow and go to the side of the eye, under the nose, under the lip, collarbones, under the arm, top of the head. And there's a setup point that sometimes we do and sometimes we don't on the side of the hand. And I'm just going to do that today to demonstrate it. So maybe I'll call out the points for the first round and then we'll just keep flowing. Okay.
Hmm.
So take a breath, sink into your body again, feeling that tightness wherever that is in your body, solar plexus, top of the head. But feel your feet. If you're able, push your feet into the soles of your shoes, into the floor. Wiggle your toes and just feel your hands, feel your fingers, move them, just sinking into the body. And start tapping on the side of the hand. Even though there's all this change
Even though there's all this change
and I have a lot of worry,
and I have a lot of worry,
I am open to honoring myself today.
I'm open to honoring myself today.
And even though there's a lot of fear showing up
Even though there's a lot of fear showing up
right here and right now, I honor myself today.
right here and right now, I honor myself today.
And even though I'm really scared,
Even though I'm really scared,
I'm open to letting go of some of that today.
I'm open to letting go of some of that today.
So tapping through the point at the eyebrow, I'm seeing this change in my clients,
And seeing this change in my clients,
side of the eye, and I have so much desire
and I have so much desire
under eye for more sponsorships from the radio show,
for more sponsorship of the radio show
under nose. And I know I can't achieve by worrying,
that I know I can't achieve by worrying,
that I am worrying.
but I am worrying.
I can't figure out what my blind spot is.
I can't figure out what my blind spot is.
Sorry, folks, I'm on the collarbone and we're moving to the under the arm. Sometimes we can only do so much.
Sometimes we can only do so much,
Over the head. And we can also sabotage ourselves.
and we can also sabotage ourselves.
Eyebrow, I certainly have done that.
I certainly have done that.
Side of the eye, I really just want to focus on other things.
I really just want to focus on other things
Under eye, to get rid of this feeling and this worry.
to get rid of this feeling and this worry
On your nose, because it won't happen.
because it won't happen.
Under lips, what if I really can't make this happen?
What if I really can't make this happen?
Collarbone, what if I can't do it?
What if I can't do it?
Underarm, what if it falls through the cracks?
What if it falls through the cracks?
Top of the head, what if things fail?
What if things fail?
What if I fail?
If I fail?
Eyebrow, I keep questioning it.
I keep questioning it.
Side of the eye, am I meant to do this?
Am I meant to do this?
Under eye, I have so much fear.
I have so much fear.
Under nose, it's gripping my body.
It's gripping my body,
Chin, tightening my solar plexus.
tightening my solar plexus,
Collarbone, shooting up to my crown.
shooting up to my crown,
Tightening my whole upper body.
tightening my whole upper body.
And as I listen to my inner self,
And as I listen to my inner self,
underarm, I know it's fear.
I know it's fear.
Top of the head, I'm open to letting go of some of this fear.
I'm open to letting go of some of this fear.
All right, just take a nice breath and just shift a little bit. And we're going to let the inner child speak, and then we will speak to her. Okay?
Mhm.
So, eyebrow, I want to protect you.
I want to protect you.
Side of the eye, this is dangerous.
This is dangerous.
Under eye, this growth is scary.
This growth is scary.
Under nose, it's just not certain.
It's just uncertain.
On the chin, and everything's so unknown.
And everything is so unknown.
Collarbone, I'm so afraid.
I'm so afraid.
Underarm, I'm afraid for you.
I'm afraid for you.
Top of the head, I'm afraid you're going to get hurt.
I'm afraid you're going to get hurt.
Eyebrow, so if I can hurt you first,
So if I can hurt you first
side of the eye, and make you stop,
and make you stop,
under eye, I will protect you.
I will protect you.
Okay, now just take a breath again and shift. And seeing this dark, bumpy knot and how uncomfortable it is. And see how it's wrapped right around your inner 3-year-old who's dragging that rope behind her as she's running around, running around, trying to solve things, trying to make it right. She needs to protect you by fixing it. So as we look at her, we're going to talk to her and help her see that she's under the grips of fear herself. So go back to the eyebrow. Well, hello, little one.
Hello, little one.
Side of the eye, there you are again.
There you are again.
Under eye, I've been expecting you.
I've been expecting you.
Under nose, I know that you are afraid.
I know that you are afraid,
Chin, but this fear is lying.
that this fear is lying.
Collarbone, you are safe.
You are safe.
I am safe.
I am safe.
We are safe.
We are safe.
This fear has got a grip on you too.
This fear has got a grip on you too.
Top of the head. So I want you to relax.
So I want you to relax
Eyebrow. As we untie this knot.
as we untie this knot.
Side of the eye. You can sit by my side.
You can sit by my side
Under eye as we talk to fear.
as we talk to fear.
Under nose, knowing that we are safe.
Knowing that we are safe
And we give fear a new job.
and we give fear a new job.
All right, take one more breath. And now we're going to direct it right at fear. This big, ugly knot. This big, dark, funky, bumpy, gross knot that has been there your whole life. Okay, ready? Let's just start at the collarbone. Hello, fear.
Hello, fear.
I see you.
I see you.
I feel you
I feel you
right in my solar plexus
right in my solar plexus
and trying to pound through my head,
and trying to pound through my head,
tightening up my entire upper body,
tightening up my entire upper body,
stopping me from achieving.
stopping me from achieving.
And underarm. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here
Top of the head. Because I know you're trying to protect me.
because I know you're trying to protect me
Eyebrow. Because you have protected me my whole life.
because you have protected me my whole life,
Side of the eye, especially when I needed it most.
especially when I needed it most.
Under eye. You have taught me everything for survival.
You've taught me everything for survival
Under nose, from times when survival was critical.
when times survival was critical.
Chin, but you can rest now.
But you can rest now.
Collarbone, you can stand down,
You can stand down,
stand at ease.
stand at ease.
Underarm, there is no bear chasing us now.
There is no bear chasing us now.
We are safe.
We are safe.
So again, thank you for being here,
So again, thank you for being here,
for protecting me when I needed it most.
for protecting me when I needed it most.
But now we need a new way,
But now we need a new way.
my way,
My way,
because your way is actually hurting me.
because your way is actually hurting me.
And I know you'd be devastated to know that,
And I know you'd be devastated to know that
because you keep trying to protect me from getting hurt.
because you keep trying to protect me from getting hurt.
Top of the head. So we need a new way,
So we need a new way,
my way.
my way.
So when you want to get my attention,
So when you want to get my attention,
I promise I will respond.
I promise I will respond.
You need to let go of your grip,
You need to let go of your grip,
untie this knot
untie this knot
so that I can move on.
so I can move on.
You can use a different method.
You can use a different method.
Whisper in my ear,
Whisper in my ear,
tap me on the shoulder,
tap me on the shoulder,
show me a sign.
show me a sign.
I promise I will stop.
I promise I will stop.
I'll take a breath.
I'll take a breath.
I'll start tapping,
I'll start tapping.
and I'll ask what I need to know.
And I'll ask what I need to know.
When I feel the faintest feeling in my body,
When I feel the faintest feeling in my body,
especially my solar plexus,
especially my solar plexus,
know it's you.
I'll know it's you.
I have not wanted to abandon you.
I have not wanted to abandon you.
So know that I am always, always listening,
So know that I am always, always listening.
but you often trigger me right into being really afraid.
But you often trigger me into being really afraid.
And that is not good for either of us.
And that is not good for either of us.
So let go of the knot,
Let go of the knot.
stand at ease,
Stand at ease.
let my inner child run free
Let my inner child run free
so she can play
so she can play
and I can work.
and I can work.
Take a nice breath. Feel into your body again. How does it feel in the solar plexus and that whole upper body?
Feels calm.
What's your,
Whatever was there, just I saw it kind of like dissolving.
wow. And does your little inner 3-year-old feel heard and acknowledged?
Yeah, she took off.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, so keep breathing, nice deep breath. Think about giving this part of you a job because this fear is always on alert, right? This little one's always on alert, looking. Where's the danger? Where's the danger?
Mhm.
So if we can let it relax and not be so intense, what could she be? Or it, because we're talking about fear itself, what can fear be? Can it be like a bodyguard, a lookout, a guardian angel? What do you see or feel that's a good thing
Think
for this?
a lookout is good for fear. Is
Yeah,
it's gonna be alert.
right. I like that. So, and that, if we think about it, this goes all the way back to the dawn of man. We know we've read about it, we've seen it in native cultures, especially, and as we've progressed, somebody's always got that job. So for our inner selves to have this beautiful,
Hmm.
bring the shadow into the light because the other side of fear is love, and the more we can understand that, give that little one some attention and some love and self compassion, self love, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So as you wake up in the morning, you can, before you do anything, you can just check in with that inner child, want to come with me today? And just see that kind of experience as how do we want to be today? How do we
Mm.
want to play? And, always thinking about self-care because every time we get worried about something or we're upset about something or we just feel a little off,
Mhm.
that's the inner child who's saying, poking at you, saying it's time for self-care. And self-care means taking her out for a walk or a hot bath or, something fun, something that you enjoy. So everyone, if watching and listening, think about your inner child.
Mm.
Whenever you experience emotion of anger, frustration, sadness, loss, especially worry and fear, anxiety. Check in with your body. Where are you feeling it?
Mhm.
When did you first ever feel that? Because you'll probably pinpoint that sensation in your body to an event in your past. And we go back to our childhood most of the time for that. I always get this kind of in my chest, heartbeat goes faster and, more shallow breath, that kind of thing. You
Yeah, I feel that knot form in in my solar plexus. Just my stomach gets all knotted up and
Yeah.
just and it radiates out. If you could,
Mhm.
if you picture like a then it's the knot is what all this stuff is radiating out of, trying to get
Yeah. Yeah.
everywhere
It's
it
right
can.
there. And
Mhm.
understand because the body holds all of this. So yes, we're talking about feelings, sensations, and emotions. But if we keep pushing that down, nope, I've got to work, I got to keep going, or nope, I can't be sad today, I got to, or that's not appropriate, I can't be angry, whatever that is, we keep pushing it down and it sort of layers on top of all the experiences that we've had in our life that were not good and that we push back and like, oh, can't deal with that.
Mhm.
Eventually, that little thing you feel that I'm going to call little, even though it's this big knot, if we don't pay attention to it in an energetic way, allowing it to speak, allowing just tap in and go, what the heck is this? What do I need to know today? Look around. What do I need to see or feel, hear, even smell or taste? And I always keep going like, do I need a nap? No, I'm okay. Am I hungry? No, that's good. Sometimes it's, oh, I haven't eaten. Uh,
Mhm.
water. That's what I need. I need water. But usually, if I keep checking, I need to get out. I need to walk. I need to get.
Mhm.
And for me, if I wait till the third day, it's going to blow up. So I need for sure to get outside and do something. So, be careful in all the kinds of weather that we have. Find another way to dissipate that, especially with tapping. You'll definitely thank your inner child for being there and showing you that.
And if it's not heated, if you don't heat it, it starts showing up in other parts of your body. Like I hadn't been thing,
Yes.
I was just driving along, not literally, but moving along, focusing on what I needed to focus on. And so it started showing up in my upper back when
Mm-hmm.
and which is, I haven't experienced that type of tightness in, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Been a few years since I've really experienced that. So, but the fact that it was trying to show up,
Yeah. It's where
that
you're
same
putting your
day.
attention, right? And, I used to get that a lot in the hairdressing world because my arms were in the air all the time. And, you put your attention into it. And so the stress of the day, oh my God, I'm running behind, any of that is going to be there. So I used to have a lot of that. And interestingly, start working with the laptop and the mouse and stuff. Oh, it does the same thing. Tension goes right there in that upper body, upper back. But you know what, Candy, I learned this past year or two about, some of the visualizations, meditations that we
Mhm.
can do to meet our higher selves and our spirit guides and angels and all those, you can visualize entering through the back of your heart.
Hmm.
And when I first started talking about the pain in the upper, like lower shoulder, kind of that area, it was
Mhm.
exactly there, right behind my heart.
Hmm.
Oh, wow, what an interesting. Well, that scared me at first because women sometimes get that as an actual heart attack. It's a sign when you get a pain in the back. But, I sort of dialed in on that and thought, wow, it and if you think about your situation today with the solar plexus and then all the way up to the seventh chakra and the crown, well, you're hitting the heart, and the
Mhm.
heart has a tendency to push things back down. It's not going to accept it until you can deal with it in that solar plexus area and clear that energy. It's going to keep that wall there. And so that makes so much sense that you have trouble speaking your truth through your writing and through your radio show and everything. I have trouble getting any of the visualizations and downloads from spirit in the crown. It's like it's trying, it's trying really hard. So if we just kind of play with that whole idea of where the chakras are in the body, and you guys, I'm always going to mention that book because I compare it to a house, and it's the inner house of you, and how you can literally walk through it like you're going to purchase it and renovate it, and look at renovating your life, and looking at the past and what's all buried down there in that foundation and in the basement, that how we pack those boxes with stuff we take from one house to another and we still don't know what we're doing with it.
Mhm.
That's where we've also put the good, juicy stuff that we've decided to deny or bury and put aside. All the wants and needs and desires of that little 3-year-old are still there.
Yeah.
We want to go run and play, and we want to be free. We want to have all of our freedoms, and we want to be acknowledged and loved and all of that. So if it's your 3-year-old, your 8-year-old, 12-year-old, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, Kandiee. Thank you. I'm so glad you feel better.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You know,
What
I was
what
yawning.
sort of job can we give the lookout? How can this lookout actually help you? Is there
Just
something that you
just be
see?
on alert and notify me if there's a pending threat, to notify me in a calmer, more
Yeah. Yeah.
relaxed way versus tightening up in my solar plexus and just knotting itself
Yeah. Right.
a ball.
Yeah. Almost picture that sometimes we do try to tie ourselves up in knots. So
Mm-hmm.
looking around, I think that idea of when you feel it in your body and you have this thoughts in your head, you want to look around, look for what you might be missing. Okay, what's there? Do I need to look at these numbers right now, or is this what's causing my stress? And do I need someone else to look at them, or do I need a better way of approaching it? And where's my post-it notes? What's my list? What am I supposed to do today? Right? Yeah.
Sometimes it's just letting it go, and I think that's one thing that kind of came to me is it's not me trying to, yes, I've got what's in front of me, but sometimes it's just letting it go and letting God and the universe work out how it's going to come.
Yes.
My head gets in the way trying to figure out, well, what about this? What do I do with that? But
Mhm.
oftentimes, if I just surrender it.
Surrender, the serenity prayer, and the things that you can change, right? Or and you can't, that whole wisdom idea of letting go and,
Mhm,
letting the tenseness in the body. You felt that relaxation, you felt the calmness. I hope everyone who's tapping along with us or is doing this later, that you will feel how that works, because it's really pretty quick. And just let yourself feel that. And you do not have to fix it. Just say, I just going to honor how I feel. I'm going to honor how scared I am. Of course I would be. I've been jumping into this thing that's bigger than me. But that's what we want. We're trying to attract that, right? So visualize the life you want, see it, and then really feel what it's going to feel like when you have it. And the feeling of the sponsors are there, they're waiting, they're just there. So if we feel into those sponsors that they are ready and they're willing, and oh my gosh, celebrate that they're coming and they're building it and it's growing. And I
mhm,
will do the same for what I'm doing with the coaching and the writing. And we're both, and many of us around the world are trying to help others in
mhm.
the best we know how. If we just keep putting that love out there for everyone, we can make it happen.
But one thing that definitely came to me is there is such a thing as trying to do too much. And I
Yeah.
mean, in the sense that, yeah, you know what you got to do, but oftentimes there's other factors or variables that need to come into place. But when I am, and I'm talking about myself, when I'm worrying about something, I'm trying to manipulate those variables that I have no
No
clue
control.
on what needs to come, what
Yeah.
all needs to fall into place.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that we often tap on is like, I have no control.
I think that would be a good topping
I
for
have
next week.
no control. And we find that that's an underlying theme many times. I want to be in control. I want to have all of it go the way I want it to. And if we can allow spirit, the universe, God, to, let us be a co-creator of what we're doing and the co-creation of our lives, then it will all fall into place.
Yeah.
Surrender to what will be. We can put all of our visions and all of our wants and needs out there. And this is how I want it to be. And this is what I'm ready for. I've eliminated the word want as much as I can. And this is what I'm ready for. And I'm
Good word.
ready. I love doing this and I want more of it. And I'm ready. And I'm ready for the sponsors. I'm ready for the money and the funds to come and the people who want this help, etc., to spread the news and feel into what that feels like and then feel like that now. Bring that sense of appreciation and gratitude and love into yourself and then shine it back out. And what I love about this third chakra, the solar plexus, as I said before, it is the light of 10,000 suns within you, within
Mm.
us. And when we see that and we can feel that, that knot inside will start to unravel. And we tend to stand taller and we can picture radiating that out to our audience,
Mhm.
allowing them to really feel that energetically, and we can send it out to them
Mhm.
and feel that love coming back. It's a circle. It's kind of a spiral kind of thing, the way the cosmic grid looks like, but it's there. And we're doing this. And everyone tuning in, please spread the word, share this YouTube presentation, and go to Kandi's show, the Awaken Hope show. I will always put that information in the notes. Contact us, tell us what you want to hear. You can even come on and be a guest. That would be fun.
Mhm.
And we'll just work on whatever you need. And when I say fun, yes, you might have some tears, but it only lasts for a little bit, it doesn't matter. Um, it's an energy shift for sure.
Tears
Harnessing,
and yawning are energy shifting.
yawning, sneezing, crying,
Mhm.
burping, other functions. Can be anything. Sometimes you'll get tingles in your hands or feet or something. So I'm just gonna stop the recording so that we can get on with our day, but I want to get this out to you as soon as possible. And remember, you are loved and I see your beauty. I see your power. I see your light. Shine brightly.